I just came to the realization that, like, if you're 40 years old, you're like, you're never gonna find love. Like, oh my God. Sorry, I woke up like really, really emotional because I was married for, oh my God, I need to stop. I was married for over 20 years, and like, I was so used to being a wife. Like, I loved being married, you know? Like, I love being a wife. I love having like that one person I love coming home to and like venting all my to. And now it's like, yeah, you date people and like sparks fly, and then it's just like, oh, I found better.
She thought leaving would instantly unlock a happier life, chasing the thrill of something new. In the beginning, the rush felt alive, but the moment the excitement faded, she discovered that fleeting attention can never replace deep, lasting commitment. Looking back, the life she threw away was worth far more than she ever realized. Some truths only reveal themselves after the bridge has already been burned.
Was talking to my ex again, and there was a TikTok, I had a fan on here, a TikTok follower that messaged me, and she said, hey, I started talking to this guy, and I noticed on his Instagram, like those highlight reels, you were in one of his highlight reels, like you guys made a TikTok together. And I was like, oh yeah, that's my boyfriend, because we were like trying to work things out. It was long distance, whatever. And she's like, oh, well, we're talking. He said he was single. And I'm like, I'm not even crying about that. I think I'm just more sad about the fact that, like, it's impossible. It's impossible to find someone that you will 100% trust. And part of it has to do with me too, because of my insecurities. But honestly, 99% of the time it's because they're cheating, you know, because it's so accessible. Social media, talking to other women. Why do I still have my seatbelt on?
Nobody saw this turn coming. Rather than breaking down, he quietly rebuilt his entire world from the ashes, refusing to let the end destroy him. By the time she turned around to look, he had already moved forward, leaving her trapped in a chapter she assumed would never close. The ultimate revenge isn't payback. It is outgrowing the very people who thought they broke you.
I know everybody's heard all these crazy dating stories, and I haven't been on a date since I was with the last guy. And I'm like seriously considering never dating again. I see all these horror stories. It's the guys that, you know, like me are not the kind of guys I like. Just so much to it. And especially being in my 50s and not being skinny, it just is such a challenge that I don't even know if I want to bother anymore. You know, I just don't know if I should just grow old by myself. I'm already old, but you know, older. Sorry about my hair. But I don't know. I mean, what is your opinion on this dating situation? I don't find anybody that's really been happy or successful.
True happiness rarely finds those who refuse to look past an impossible checklist. Real partnerships demand compromise, where high expectations finally meet reality. As time moves forward, loyalty, kindness, and shared core values outweigh any superficial ideal. The most unbreakable bonds start the moment we stop hunting for a fantasy and start holding on to something real.
I'm a single mother, and a lot of people write to me on here or in the comments or even in the wild, and they will say that women, especially of my age, are still single because we have unreasonably high standards. And I don't think it's unreasonable, but I do think and know that our standards are quite high because we've been through enough to know what we want and what we don't want. However, speaking for myself and probably a lot of other people out there, maybe men and women, I'm done trying. I don't want to try.
Chasing perfection in another human being is a quiet trap. While high standards are valid, enduring love requires mutual understanding and flexibility. The stricter the demands become, the easier it is to walk right past profound, authentic connection without ever noticing it was there.
Had a first date this week with a guy who, same age as me. So we go out and we're sitting there. Everything seems to be going well. And then he proceeds to tell me that I am the oldest woman he's ever been on a date with. Wow. So what's the oldest woman you've ever been on a date with? 31, he says. 31. Okay. So, you're telling me that a mature woman doesn't think you're a good catch. It must be a really hard thing for you to admit to me, and I'm so glad you did. I really want you to know I appreciate your honesty. I don't think I'm going to hear from him again at all, and I'm okay.
The hardest part of moving forward isn't facing the truth. It is accepting that everyone carries a history. Constantly looking backward only poisons what is right in front of you. True strength means investing in the person standing beside you, rather than fighting ghosts from the past. If this story resonated with you, drop a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.